In today's video, we're doing the song From the Ground Up by Dan Shay on acoustic guitar. If you like the video, please like and subscribe down below, and check out the Patreon, where you can join for as little as $5 a month, where we're helping to raise money for beginning students for affordable lessons and instruments. Also, in this particular lesson, you're going to get a chord sheet for the lesson, as well as some tab for the melodies that you hear at the beginning, middle, and end of the song. Alright, so grab a guitar and let's play. For people just beginning to do chords in the first position, this is a great song. There's 4 basic chords. We are going to have a capo on the 2nd fret, so all the chords that I'm going to reference in this lesson will be in reference to where the chord, where the capo is. So if I say play a C chord, it's going to be a C chord that's going to start on the 3rd fret, which will actually be a D. So let's go through the chords. First up, we've got a G chord. And that's going to be played like a G chord in the first position. It's really an A chord, but with the capo, we're referencing the G shape. Next up is a D chord, which is actually in fact an E, and then an E minor, which is in fact an F minor, and then finally, we're going to play a C chord, which is really a D chord. So those chords again: G, D, E minor, and then C. There's no clear strumming pattern in this song, but for the sake of how the song feels, we're going to go ahead and use the pattern down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Alright, so let's go through the different parts of the song. We're going to have an intro, verses, little melodies, and then also the choruses. The song's going to start with an intro. It's going to have 6 beats of G, 2 beats of D, 2 measures of E, 2 measures of C, a measure of G, and then a measure of D. Starting on the 2nd measure of the intro, we have a great little melody. It's going to start on the 10th fret, actual 10th fret of the 2nd string, go to the 9th fret of the 1st string, 9th of the 2nd, then back to the 10th on the 2nd, and it's going to play that note twice. Ten, 9, 9, 10, 10. Next time through, it's going to play the same intro, but it's going to have a note that is on the 3rd string on the 11th fret for the last note. So it's 10, 9, 9, 10, and then 11 on the 3rd string. Next, it's going to have another melody that's very similar to the intro. And then it's going to drop down to the 9th fret of the 2nd string. So all together, all those 3 parts will sound like this. Next up is the first verse. The first verse is going to be very similar to the intro, except we're going to extend a couple of chords. So we're still going to have those 6 beats of G, 2 beats of D, 2 measures of E minor, and 2 measures of C, but we're also going to have 2 measures of D. And that whole pattern is going to repeat 2 times. It's going to repeat. Next we've got our first chorus. The first chorus is going to have a 4-chord pattern that's going to repeat 2 times, but then it's going to have a 3-chord ending. So it'll play G for 2 measures, E minor for 2 measures, C for 2 measures, and then D for 2 measures. That pattern will repeat, and then the second time through we're also going to add a single measure of C, a single measure of D, and then back into G. So it'll sound like this. That'll repeat. Here come the 3 chords at the end. And right there at the end of that first chorus, we're going to bring back the first melody again that we saw in the very beginning of the song. So it's going to go from 10 on the second string, 9 on the first string, 9 on the second string, and then 10 on the second string, and then one more time, 10 on the second string. Next up is our second verse. Second verse is just going to play 1 time through, unlike the first verse. So we'll have 6 beats of G, 2 beats of D, 2 measures of E minor, 2 measures of C, and then 2 measures of D. From there, we're going to go right into a second chorus. The second chorus is going to be played exactly like the first chorus. So we'll have a 4-chord pattern that repeats twice, and then 3 extra chords right at the end. So it's going to sound like this. That's going to repeat. And then we have the different ending. From there, we have a little melody section. It's going to have 2 measures of E minor, 2 measures of C, a measure of G, and then a measure of D. And this will be the section between that chorus and the next verse. Next we get into the third verse. Third verse is going to be the same as the second. We're only going to play this progression 1 time. So 6 beats of G, 2 of D, 2 measures of E minor, 2 measures of C, and then 2 measures of D. From there we go into the third and final chorus. It's going to be 2 measures of G, 2 measures of E minor, 2 measures of C, 2 measures of D, and then it's going to hold a C chord for 3 measures before coming back in with a G. Finally, we get to the last bit of the song. It's going to start with basically just like the intro was, so 6 beats of G, 2 beats of D, 2 measures of E, 2 measures of C, and then we're going to the G chord and let it ring. And starting on the second bar of that particular pattern, we've got our melody again. And you notice that last melody, you're going to stop on the last note, which is going to be on the 2nd string, 10th fret. We're not going to have back down to the 9th fret of the 2nd string. Well, thanks for watching. That's been From the Ground Up by Dan and Shay. If you like the video, please like and subscribe down below and leave me a comment. Let me know if there's any other songs you'd like to hear me cover. Also, check out the Patreon, where you can join for as little as $5 a month. We're raising funds for beginners getting into some lessons and affordable gear. Also, for this lesson, you're going to get a chord chart for it and tab of the little melody parts that I played in the beginning, middle, and end. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.